Holiday greetings to you all. I hope this video finds you well. Today we bring to you another topic. We are going to talk about the benefits of papaya leaves and papaya seeds to your chicken. And we are also going to talk about how much you can give to your birds and how you can prepare it. As farmers, we have to know, or we all know that we have to make sure that we reduce on cost in order for us to make profits and be able to benefit from this business of poultry farming. So the benefits of papaya. Papaya leaves contain a unique content of protein. And if you're a farmer out there, you know how important proteins are, especially when we are mixing our chicken feed. And as we all know, or if you do not know, in order to get the protein content in your feeds, it is so expensive. For farmers who know, everything that provides protein to our birds is so expensive. So these papaya leaves and papaya seeds contain protein. They contain a unique content of protein, which means that if you prepare the papaya leaf juice and the papaya seeds powder and then you mix it properly in your chicken feed, it can substitute, and then instead of buying the other things which provide protein to your chicken, you can instead use this papaya seed powder or papaya leaf. And as we know, it is so expensive when you're buying those things. So meaning that if you use this papaya leaves or papaya seed powder, you will be able to save a lot of money. And for us farmers, or if you're a farmer there, you have to aim at reducing the cost. And in poultry farming, feed is the major thing which takes a lot of money here in poultry farming. So if you learn how to manage this cost, or if you learn how to play around with the feed, you're going to make a lot of money. And that is what us farmers should aim at in order for us to be able to make money from this poultry business. And then another thing, papaya leaves or papaya seed powder, it contains other minerals like vitamin A, E, and B. And then it also contains calcium, and it also contains fat. So if we talk about calcium, uh, chickens need calcium to be able to produce hard shell eggs, and it also helps the bird bone to be hard. If your birds are lacking calcium, it means that some eggs are not going to be produced, or they will be produced when they are not mature. When they produce eggs which are not mature, because that egg which is having a soft shell and it is white in color is not going to be taken to the market. So the farmer here is going to be losing out. So if you give your bird papaya leaf juice or papaya leaf or papaya seed powder, it means that your birds are going to be having calcium, so that way it increases on production percentages. And then if we talk about the vitamins, these papaya leaves and seeds, they contain vitamins. We have said they contain vitamin A, vitamin B, and vitamin E. Always when you do something at your farm, like if you vaccinate your birds through the eye drop, or if you do any activity at your farm like stock taking, we always give vitamins after. So instead of going to buy the vitamins, you instead use this papaya leaf juice to your bird. So this way, papaya leaves help to reduce stress in the bird because they have these vitamins, and these vitamins are able to reduce stress in these birds. And then another thing is, when our birds are not eating or they do not eat, by the way, it is so dangerous if you ever find in your chicken house that the feed you always give to your birds, that day the birds have not eaten it, you always have to get concerned because it shows that there is a problem. So if you give your bird this papaya leaf juice, it increases on the appetite of the bird, it increases the intake of feed, so which means you're not going to find this problem. If they do not eat the feed, they do not give you the eggs the following morning. So if you give your bird papaya leaf juice, It helps them to increase on production by increasing on the appetite of the bird, so they consume all the feed that you put in the chicken house. And then also vitamins, these vitamins which are contained in the papaya leaves, they help them to boost their immunity. If you always give your bird papaya leaves, it means that you're helping their bodies, you're helping them to boost their immunities, which means that they are always going to resist diseases. I've been talking in my videos that I've never faced any diseases here at this farm. If you're watching me for the first time, I've get to know that I've never faced any disease here at my farm. Not that I'm not doing anything. I'm doing something, and I'm here to give you all this knowledge, all these things that I use here at my farm which have helped me. I always give my birds because I always prepare the papaya seed powder, I always mix it in my feed, so these birds always take this papaya seed powder. So when I do that, I'm helping them to boost their immunities. So that is why they are resistant to diseases. And when your birds are resistant to all these problems, the diseases, what it means that you're not going to be using a lot of antibiotics, and which means that this bird meat is so safe for human consumption. Always use these home remedies, and these are the natural things that we give to the birds in order to reduce on the antibiotics that we use to give to these birds. And then if we talk about the fat helps to reduce the heat stress in these birds. When these birds always take these papaya leaves, it helps them to be able to manage that heat stress in case they get that heat stress. And then another thing, the fats from these papaya leaves are so important on helping this liver, the liver of this bird. And as we know, or if you don't know, a liver is the most important organ in the bird. So please, if you're not giving your bird papaya leaves, this is the time for you to begin. It's not late. For those of you who don't know how papaya leaves look like, these are the papaya leaves. And as you can see, we are having 3 purple leaves in our garden here. So you get these leaves. Here I'm going to show you how you prepare these leaves. So you get these leaves, and you make juice out of it. So this is how you can prepare the purple leaves. There are 2 methods on how you can prepare these purple leaves. One, you get these, you break them into smaller pieces, and then you can put them in the blender if you have one, and then you get juice out of it. And then another way of preparing it, you get these leaves, you dry them, but you dry them under the shade, and then when they are dried, you can crush them into a powder, and then you'll be using that powder form. For the juice from these leaves, you measure 5 mils, and then you mix it in a 20 jerrycan of water, and then you give to the bird. And then for the purple, the papaya seeds, this is how the purple looks like if you do not know one. But as I've said, it's better to use a ripe pawpaw because of its higher content of vitamins in it. If you use the raw one, the content is not so much of vitamins, so it is advisable that you use a ripe pawpaw. So you cut this pawpaw, you are going to cut it, and then we see how the seeds look like. Mm. So these are the seeds from the papaya fruit. So these are the seeds, if you can see properly. These are the seeds. So you get these seeds, and then you dry them, but dry them under the shade. So when they are dried, you crush them and get the powder. And how much you can give to your birds? You give 2% of this powder. It is what you measure, and then you put it in. You mix with your feeds. For example, if you want to mix 10 kilogram of feeds, so you measure 2% of this powder from the papaya seed. So which means you're going to measure 200 grams. It is what you mix with your feed. So if you're new here, my name is Lillian and I'm from Kevara Farm. Please consider subscribing to this channel if you're new, and to our returning viewers, thank you for returning to watch these videos. I really appreciate. And if you like this video, please like, share, and comment. Ask me about anything. I'm willing to answer you. And you can tell me where you're watching me from. And with this information, I hope it's going to help someone. If you haven't been using the pawpaw leaves or the pawpaw seed powder, you can start from now. It's going to help you. It has helped me here at my farm, and I know it can help you as well. Bye bye and Merry Christmas.